All my fellas.
Will ABA die? Anime Battle Arena, a Roblox anime fighting game where you pick a character, get more money, and get more characters. Although this process seems repetitive, the large roster helps keep the game fresh. For this reason, many might say that ABA will last a very long time. And despite ABA almost hitting 6 years of age and still going strong, I believe that ABA unfortunately is getting close to its final breath for many reasons. But I'll also be going over just how ABA can fix these damaging problems. ABA is harsh against new players. What do I mean by that? Imagine this. Your friend introduced you to this game called Anime Battle Arena. You join it, press play, select a character, and instantly you are spawned into pure havoc and chaos. Crazy colors, constant sound effects, and not knowing anything that's happening or how to win. It can drive a lot of new players away, and with the development of other anime fighting games on Roblox that focus a lot of their energy into quality, animations, and appeal, such as Shonen Unleashed, comparing those games to the largely outdated roster in ABA, players will gravitate away from ABA for those reasons. A new player starting out ABA is like a baby bird getting kicked out of its nest. They have to learn how to fly completely on their own, or they die, leave the game. This is especially damaging to the game because of the fact that new players may be replaced with players that are largely better than them. In the early days of ABA, most players were around the same skill level, making it not completely painful to learn the game. In fact, even in FFA, it felt amazing to even just kill one person. Because of the skill level of the player base being way higher than before, new players just don't have a chance, especially without a helping hand from ABA, thus driving a lot of new players away. How can we fix this? Compared to other anime fighting games on Roblox, I think that ABA is actually the most fun. There are a lot of mechanics to learn, playstyles to play, and it doesn't feel linear compared to other fighters, in the sense that while fighting, I have a lot of choices via movement options, cooldowns, and the ultimate bar. ABA lacks a tutorial, which is common for a lot of Roblox games nowadays. There is absolutely nothing that explains up tilting, down tilting, and the 5th M1 that can be changed into up fling, kick away, down slam, or drop kick, guard breaks, hyper armor, combo extends, ulting, how to win certain game modes like FFA, lives, etc. There's a lot in ABA, and a simple tutorial would provide many benefits to not only new players, but to the game itself. It would show players just how much ABA has to offer, and it would hold their hand while teaching them so that they feel encouraged to learn more about the game and obtain the new characters. There's not a lot to do in ABA. Public servers provides you with teams but 3, FFA, and FFA but lives. However, the ABA developers are taking a correct step forward with the implementation of King of the Hill. While the game mode is the worst thing I've ever had to endure, implementing new game modes would provide players with a lot of fresh content. Juggernaut could be easily implemented into public servers, however, it's unfortunately locked behind the access of a private server. Speaking of private servers, putting them behind a paywall has been one of the worst ideas ever. Games like Saitama Battleground, or any Battlegrounds game, makes private servers free, and only puts a paywall in front of access to commands. The closest thing ABA has to this is the training room. Unless you're one of those weirdos, being alone in a server mindlessly testing things all by yourself can be improved with the addition of your friends being there without having to pay. One of my all-time favorite games is Brawlhalla. The repetition of pick character, make money, buy more character is the same between Brawlhalla and ABA. However, Brawlhalla manages to stay fresh with the surplus of game modes to play around with, modifiers to change around, and ranked game modes. Ranked itself has become stale in ABA. You get to increase the special number you have, and the higher the number is, the more of nothing you get. ABA needs to give us players a reason to grind the game, whether it's rewards or gold or even levels. We need a reason to play ranked other than we're bored. Ranked game modes could be nice. King of the Hill would work better in ranked because of the coordination you need, but if it were up to me, I would love to see crew battles, a team-based game mode, but teammates take turns running their ones. When a player dies, their teammate fills the spot. You get what I'm getting at. New game modes would be extremely beneficial to both casual and competitive players, both ranked and public servers. ABA needs to rework characters. It's fair to say that some characters got more love than others, it's also fair to say that a large portion of the roster is outdated. Because of these two things, it's important to realize that with only a few exceptions, the quality of the characters in ABA do not hold the same appeal other characters do from other fighting games have. I mean, just check out Shonen Unleashed's YouTube channel, their character reveals are just so cool. When I first started playing ABA, characters like Itachi were just so cool because of Demonic Illusion and the Crow Genjutsu, as well as Gin for his shoot to kill move. Cool characters is what drove me to play more, and grind out the game. Over the years, it's fair to say that for the most part, ABA puts effort into their characters. However, there are a lot of copy and paste and a lot of outdated characters that just don't hold up as well as they did a few years back. Reworking characters would not only bring back appeal to the newcomers of ABA, but it would also make older players come back. ABA has done reworks. In fact, Rukia just very recently got one, and honestly, it's amazing to see. If they were to focus a little more energy into reworks other than newer characters, I feel like it would really help with the overall quality and appeal ABA lacks compared to other games. Power creep. It exists in every fighting game, and in ABA, it's really bad. Some older characters just struggle and don't have what newer characters have. I'd imagine that a match between reworked Rukia, which has 3 combo extenders, 2 that go through block and evasive, 2 range moves, and a crazy ultimate gimmick being Bankai, versus PTS Naruto wouldn't go too well. Rukia is also as cheap as some of the early Naruto characters as well, but is overall just better. Rukia versus Rock Lee, no diff. Neji, no diff. Both Sasuke's, no diff. I already mentioned that more reworks would be extremely valuable to the quality and appeal of the game, but I didn't mention how it would basically fix power creep as a whole. However, reworks take a while, and there are a lot of characters that deserve reworks, and I believe that there is another way to fix power creep in the sense that old characters can feel strong. Universal buffs. You might say that a buff that is universal, the good characters would be even better. That is true, but at this point, a universal buff would make at least the older characters really strong in the sense that a good player could and will benefit from playing them. Dragon Ball FighterZ is a good example of what universal buffs can look like. Even though some characters are just stronger than others, FighterZ keeps pushing out universal buffs, such as dealing more damage when you are on the last character, or getting some meter bar when you're reaching your last character. The most recent universal buff they implemented is that solo characters can cancel their supers into other supers. Of course, ABA isn't FighterZ and shouldn't copy exactly what they did, but universal changes would help the game feel super fresh. Plus, they've done it in the past, making it so that runners run slower if they're not running in the direction they're looking. Balancing universal changes with the older and newer characters will be hard. Yes, I get that, but it would overall be very beneficial. And now, finally, for something that we can't fix. I know, but it's a big problem that we should talk about, and that's the community. The community in ABA kind of sucks. A lot of the players that play ABA have a lot of pride for no exact reason actually. It's like this for a lot of Roblox games, but it's become a big issue nowadays, and it's very prominent in ABA. You'll see a lot of players just get mad, upset that they lost, super upset that they lost. You'll see players going back and forth, being super toxic to each other. It's not really a place where players can get on and meet new people and learn combos and learn from each other. Instead, ABA is a competition, and it's about putting each other down, which unfortunately we cannot fix. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. If I missed anything you think that ABA struggles at or is damaging their game, let me know in the comments. I love ABA, ABA is love, ABA is life, and I would really love to see ABA succeed. I mean, they already succeeded, but I want to see one of my favorite games persevere even more. Comment what you think, but that's about it.